Bluey. It's a show that has something for everyone. Whether you enjoy the realistic characters, beautiful music, scenic backgrounds, slice of life stories, have daddy issues, or just find it overall charming, Bluey is a show that has something for everyone. For some of the fans, however, one special element takes the show from great to really great: the excellent and attractive female characters. So for this video, I've decided to take a look at the top 10 hottest Bluey female characters. The only problem is that there's so many great choices. It's going to be awfully hard to narrow it down to 10 all by myself.
Hello, Kyle Peterson.
Wow! Parker Jefferson of the hit YouTube channels Dinner Putter and Sark Puppet. What are you doing here?
Welp, I was just on my way to the January 6th Capitol riots when I decided to make a little pit stop in Hendersonville, Tennessee to see my best buddy, Kyle Peterson.
Say, since you're here, do you want to appear in my new YouTube video, Top 10 Hottest Bluey Female Characters?
That sounds totally awesome, Sauce Bro. Let's go!
Heck yes! Wow, it's Space Guardian's free movie, star of Lost Media Review - King Koopa's Cool Cartoons. What are you doing here?
Well, I just escaped from Parker's trunk, and I heard about your epic video. I want to help.
Heck yes! Could this epic Bluey collab get any better? Wow! It's Store, also known as famous SoundCloud rapper Ear God.
How do I get inside the blunt? How do I get out of the blunt? How do I get inside the blunt? Walk inside the blunt. How do I get in the blunt? Why am I inside the blunt? How do I get inside the blunt?
What are you doing here?
I heard about your Bluey video, KP. I'm here to make Avengers Infinity War look like a joke! And while I'm at it, I'll also turn top 10 hottest Bluey females into the most ambitious crossover event of all time.
Wow! It's famous internet artist Pale Peterson. Do you also want to be in my new video, Top 10 Hottest Bluey Female Characters?
What? No. Fuck no. That is the most retarded thing I've ever heard of. What the fuck is wrong with you? I mean, for one, this is a kid's show. 2, the characters are animated. And 3, I cannot understate this. They're dogs. Like, seriously, what the fuck is wrong with you? You wonder why you have no friends, can't ever get a girlfriend? You wonder why you're so pathetic? This is fucking why. God, you're such a loser. And haven't, like, 3 people made this dumbass video already? Like, you don't even have creative shitty ideas. Like, the video before this, you didn't even write. You just took some shit on some autistic kid wrote and narrated it, and added one fucking joke, which wasn't even funny to begin with. And then the video before that was a god-awful rap song that you deleted out of, I assume, shame, and rightfully so. It was such a first draft, and with the worst fucking lyrics and rhyming scheme imaginable. And your most popular video was this stupid meme trend that was dead a year before you touched it, that dumbass little kids inexplicably still watch. You're disgusting, unoriginal, unfunny, and all around a complete loser. Plus you still owe me $50 for your dumb-ass plain Sona.
I guess I'll take that as a no. The ice cream lady dog is pretty limited in appearances, but makes up for it by being pretty attractive. One thing holding her back is that she looks a little basic. Like, if she was a real person, I feel like she'd be a Starbucks drinking, Ugg boots wearing, Harry Styles listening, Disney Plus watching blonde white girl named something like, I don't know, Megan, for example. But I've only ever known one person like that in real life, and she definitely wasn't a narcissist who talked shit about everyone behind their backs. Plus, who doesn't love ice cream?
Coming in at number, whatever the fuck, we have a favorite of many, Wendy. Wendy is a British chow chow bitch that, is the neighbor of the Healer family. And she's got a daughter named Judo, who's kind of a bitch, but it's cause like she's the only child and she don't got no dad. So yep, you heard it. This bitch don't got no man, so have at it, is what many would say before this bitch fucking cut her hair off, so now she looks like a fucking chihuahua. Although, if you do take it into consideration, she is one of the few female characters that has eyelashes, which, she's got the hair on her head. Now we're talking.
Yeah, you like Wendy's?
Yeah, I love
Wendy's nut smack you in the face.
Mrs. Retriever is a golden retriever with golden fur. Golden Retriever is also the species of Buddy, the dog from the Air Bud movies, all of which I own on DVD or VHS. She is Bingo's teacher at Kindy, which is what Australians call kindergarten. But they also call otter pops Zooper Doopers, so what the fuck do they know? In markets, she can be seen in the background running a massage parlor, so she's familiar with the art of sensual touch and knows her way around a man. She's the perfect Bluey waifu for Deshaun Watson. Janelle is the healer's neighbor, and is also the number 7 hottest Bluey female. Janelle's most prominent role was in The Decider, where her preferred rugby league team loses a big game. As a fan of another two-tone blue team who's been losing a lot recently, this is pretty relatable stuff for me. There are some red flags with Janelle though, the main one being that neither of her children are the same color as either her or her husband. What could this mean? Is Janelle cheating? Well, apparently, a Ludo Studio spokesperson said, quote, "Each episode of Bluey is written in a way that allows the audience to make up their own mind about the details or the meaning of the storylines, allowing for many different interpretations. So I'm gonna interpret that as a yes. Monogamists beware." This inclusion caused a minor stir among us collaborators, as we had to debate if Cherry was a minor or not, but we eventually settled on her being old enough to include. Cherry has one non-speaking appearance in the show, appearing as Chippy's girlfriend in the episode Tradies. She had an argument over an undisclosed issue with Chippy, but they managed to patch things up, proving that she's not some psycho, vengeful bitch. She's just a regular bitch.
See, kids? Bitch is a female dog.
Not much is known about Cherry, but she is pretty cute. She is a Saluki, and Salukis are the breed of dog that is the mascot for Southern Illinois University Carbondale. SIUC plays in the Missouri Valley Conference of the NCAA Division I Football Championship Subdivision. SIUC's colors are white and, just like Cherry, maroon. In her one appearance in Tradies, she drives her boyfriend Chippy to work. According to the Bluey Wiki, quote, "It is implied that Chippy probably lost his driving license from either doing something silly with his car or driving under the influence, DUI. So she's the perfect Bluey waifu for Todd Downing."
Number 5, Frisky. Frisky is a secondary character who has appeared in Bluey. She is the godmother of Bluey, on to the future. Frisky is an English Cocker Spaniel with white cream and orange fur. She has short hair with a long ponytail, which is pulled back with a blue band. Her hands, feet, eyebrows, and bottom section of her tail, the ends of her hair, and most of her body are white. The middle section of her hair, the upper section of her arms and legs, the outer top section of her tail, the fur around her eyes, and a spot on her back are cream. The top section of her hair, the inner top section of her tail, a spot on her back, and the middle sections of her arms and legs are orange. Frisky is friendly toward the Healer family, including Rad Healer, even upon first meeting, and goes along with Bluey and Bingle's ideas. She is generally upbeat and emotionally intelligent, listening to Bluey's uncertainty about babysitter putdowns and trying to alleviate her fears. Frisky has been a friend of Chili and or Bandit for at least several years, having been one of the guests at their wedding. It was there she first encountered Rad Healer, Bandit's brother, whom she would later recall fell into the pool. Frisky would later become godmother to Bluey and was affectionately referred to as Aunt by both her and Bingo. At some point, Frisky had a boyfriend named Bosco, but they broke up under unknown circumstances. Sometime after the breakup, Frisky arrived at the Healer family home to babysit Bluey and Bingo. After arriving, however, she was surprised to find Rad, who was similarly surprised by her arrival. After being reintroduced, the pair learned that Chili had supposedly sent Frisky a message letting her know that she didn't need to come babysit. Frisky had received no such message, but was prepared to leave, only for the girls to plead with her to stay. With Rad's consent, Frisky agreed to stay and babysit with him. Trying to help Bluey, who was uncomfortable with the idea of a babysitter put down, Frisky and Rad decided to play 20 questions. During the game, Frisky and Rad discovered that they both use almond milk shampoo and both hope to have children. Unfortunately, both also suffered some embarrassment, with Frisky admitting to only having 3 friends. When the matter of her failed relationship with Bosco came up, Frisky struggled to explain it to the girls. Rad came to her rescue by suggesting they play some games in the backyard. When Rad found himself baffled at the games Bandit and Chili usually played with the girls, Frisky jumped in to suggest a new game, Torch Mouse. She and Rad then took on the role of cats, pursuing the point of light made by Rad's keychain flashlight. Later, Frisky helps Bingo brush her teeth and tries to hold her up to the ceiling as Rad does with Bluey. However, Bingo proves a bit too heavy for Frisky to hold for long. Afterwards, the two told a story in which Prince Rad attempted to save Princess Frisky from a dragon's tower. However, Frisky was not particularly interested in being saved, much to Rad's consternation and the girls' amusement. Eventually, after some more banter and the girls' pleading, Frisky agreed that the prince and princess got married. Bingo soon fell asleep, but Bluey remained reluctant to go to bed. With some prompting, Frisky and Rad discovered that Bluey's last babysitter put down had gone badly. Aided by Rad, Frisky encouraged Bluey not to give up because of one bad experience. Bluey agreed to try, and Frisky lay on the floor by her bed and held her hand as she went to sleep. Taking her own advice, Frisky enjoyed a quiet conversation with Rad on the porch outside, not noticing when Bluey awoke briefly, overheard them, and happily went back to bed. Sometime later, Rad and Frisky went on a trip together for Christmas, visiting a location with a pool. The trip led to them being away while the rest of the Healer family were together for Christmas. As such, they made a video call to them, with Frisky soon noticing Bluey's absence. Chili brought the tablet to Bluey, allowing Frisky to chat with her. Bluey explained that her new toy Bartleby was having a rough first Christmas with her family. Speaking to Bartleby, Frisky explained that she was also having her first Healer Christmas. As Rad leaped with a yell into the pool behind her, Frisky admitted that the Healers could be crazy. While Rad playfully pretended to take offense, Frisky was quick to add that the Healers were also full of love. She thus encouraging Bartleby to give them a chance, with Rad pulling her into a one-armed hug as she did so. Frisky later got tickets to a football game and invited Chili and Trixie to attend with her. The three promised to wave to Bingo, who was watching from home. She has 3 friends, possibly mentioning Chili Healer, Bandit Healer, and Rad. However, this may not be true, as if one of them is named Bosco. She is one of the few known dogs with hair in the series, including Indy, Indy's mom, and Rad Healer. In the episode Double Babysitter, she mentions that she had an ex named Bosco, but he never appeared in any episode. She is one of 2 cattle dogs not to be related to Bluey by blood or marriage, with Trixie Healer being related through marriage. She will later the aunt of Bluey through marriage. In Christmas Swim, Frisky says to Bartleby, "I'm new to the Healer family as well," along with the fact that other family members call her Aunt Frisky, could possibly mean that a marriage has happened between her and Rad, though this is yet to be confirmed by the show. In the game 20 Questions, Frisky reveals that she uses almond milk shampoo. In the Decider, it is revealed that Frisky is a fan of rugby and has bought tickets for herself, Chili, and Trixie to watch the big game.
Number 4 is Chili. She's okay, I guess.
We're at another Target right now. Okay, so I'm just gonna go look for some plushies at this Target because I don't know if I have one. Okay guys, so this is the Bluey section and I don't really see anything new that I don't have. I'm just gonna go look in the Hanukkah section to see if they have the pale plushie. He had a tumor in 2019, and he also wears a braided trans pride colored bracelet. That's a fun fact. Okay, so they didn't have a Hanukkah section, so I guess I'm just gonna go to In-N-Out. I think that's Kyle Peterson. If only Calypso would eat these lactation cookies. One can dream. Okay, so I'm just going to In-N-Out right now.
It's in here too.
Yeah, okay.
Okay guys, I think this video is over. I think Store has something to say.
Coming in at number 3, we got a personal favorite of mine, Calypso. Calypso is an Australian shepherd that can first be seen in the episode entitled Calypso. She can be seen helping Bluey and her friends through problems at Bluey's Waldorf school, which is basically a school where the kids get to do whatever the fuck they want. She's assumed to be middle-aged, so keep that in mind, cause she might die soon. She doesn't seem to have a significant other in the series, so she's up for grabs. With that being said, there are a few red flags. Or I mean, blue flags. She is often portrayed wearing a blue scarf, which would mean that she is representing Crip.
Hey, you kids!
Well, hello, officers.
What the hell do you think you're doing?
We're going to pop some punk-ass bloods.
Additionally, in an episode called Typewriter, she hid a typewriter from Bluey and knew that she was looking for it and did not reveal it to her. She is a petty ass bitch, but a bad one at that.
Begging for treats. Up you get, Snickers, Snickers, Snickers.
It was pretty close between number 1 and number 2, but after a lot of deliberation, our number 2 pick is Trixie Healer. Trixie has a pretty adorable appearance with the freckle-like spots on her face and her body type. She's pretty much the only Bluey character that's allowed to have curves. How did you describe it, Store?
2 words. Absolute dumpy.
Pretty much by rectangle dog standards. Trixie is what we in the human world would term a BBW, or Big Beautiful Woman. Now, I know what you're thinking, and no, those adjectives aren't in the proper order, but that's what Google told me it was supposed to stand for. It should say Beautiful Big Woman, since opinion adjectives, like beautiful, are supposed to come before size adjectives. I can only hope that I don't come before Trixie, or I might just lose my chance with her.
Okay, guys, I'm really quiet right now. My mom locked me in the basement. But you know, it's all good. It's all good. Okay, so for the honorable mentions, sorry if you hear noises in the background. I don't know what that is. There's been noises in the background for a while, and it's been really like disturbing me. I don't know what they are. Anyways, so for the honorable mentions, we're going to have to go with Indy's mother. Now, we left her out on the list for a specific reason. Now, she was, you know, it would be quite problematic if we added her to the list since she's, you know, she's a lesbian, right? She's lesbian. So if we put her on a list where we're like objectifying her, it wouldn't be good. It wouldn't be good for the fans. It wouldn't fly. It wouldn't fly in today's. Did you guys hear that? Okay, for another honorable mention, I'm gonna have to go with the nurse that takes care of Bingo in the episode. You guys know the episode. So she's a greyhound, bluish gray, pink fur character, and she's pretty hot. She's one of a kind. She's got a big long nose. I'm really into women with big noses, so it really speaks to me. And the final honorable mention, it's gonna have to go with. I'm gonna have to go with the pony lady. I'm gonna have to go with the pony lady. You want to know why? She wears a distinct pink fanny pack, and she's also brown. Now. And she wears a hat too, so that's cool. She also says here that she owns a pony market, and she sold Bluey a pony ride. That's, I feel like she'd do it like horse style, like horse sex. Those were the honorable mentions. Thank you. I mean, thanks a lot for listening to my bit. Back to you guys, and
Special honorable mention goes to Mackenzie's mum, who's pretty hot, but I just forgot to put on the list. Sorry about that. Welp, here we are, the #1 hottest Bluey female. And this may be a bit of a controversial inclusion, so prepare yourselves for a real flame war down in the comments. Our #1 pick is Brandy Cattle. Now I know what you're all asking, but KP, why not just put Chili at #1, dipshit? They're basically the same. Who the fuck even is this? But hear me out, because there's a few key differences that separate Brandy from the pack and help her earn the #1 spot. Firstly, she has these hair tufts on the side of her head which are extra adorable. And second, she is unable to conceive children, meaning you can have unprotected sex with her as often as she consents to, consequence-free.